Look, here's the deal, okay? There's not a lot of volume. I like to play charts that are consistently moving. Somebody, 600 transactions on the hour. Oh, everybody in the BSC market is trading that thing right now. It makes it easy because patterns form on the 5-minute chart. They form on the minute chart. And I can look up those patterns, take a look at the screenshots that I have, take a look at the notes that I have, and be able to make accurate assumptions. Now, when there's not a lot of volume, okay, because the market is downtrending and everybody's scared, you have to look a bit harder and you have to play longer term trends. There are some tokens which will moon. I mean, World of Ghosts today, look at this thing. World of Ghosts today did a 3x, or if you want to start from the bottom, right, it did a total 20x from its launch, right? But there's nothing here. Nobody knows what this is, right? This is the devs winning. This is the market makers playing a game with each other, right? It's confusing. Okay, but the same concepts apply. There's no locked liquidity here or anything like that. Really sketchy token. Okay, these are the types of things that are moving right now. These slow moving, weird, no telegram having BSC charts, right? At least there's volume, but still, right? This is what we're looking for. So let's check today. There's a couple things that I've found that might be interesting. Minecraft already sold off. Suck. I will never stop talking about this token, okay? The reason being, zoom all the way out. Look, whenever you buy any chart, please, the first thing you do should be zooming all the way out. All the way, like completely. Look at the entire chart, okay? When you look at this entire chart, how can you tell me that it's never going to move ever again? It's just gonna keep dropping to zero. No, there's too much space, man. Look at this. Okay, 20x to that ATH. I am personally looking for just a EDB little 3x. Okay, that's it. I will never sell my suck. I'm also never gonna say that again. So ABB is creating that, is looking like it's creating that lower high, right? It is still stabilizing within this range, though. You see this from this lower area to that higher area, so definitely paying attention to a breakout between one of those two areas. MC, or Minecraft, this random Ponzi's pump that just happened. Okay, if you zoom all the way out on this chart as well, a lot of these have been popping off recently in the BSC market, where these random floors, what's going on here is that people, millionaires, will start buying up this any token, right? Say maybe it has like it's sold off like 100x from anything, right? So they buy up, and then all of a sudden there's a crap load of volume, and the people sitting here, the BSC traders are always looking for that volume. So they find the volume, they buy it, and then the Ponzi starts, right? It's a game. So that's one of these. Okay, if you didn't get in on the first game, it might not be safe to try a second, because if that whale isn't there to buy up the liquidity right there, you see that? That's the whale buying up the liquidity and forcing it to move upwards, right? Oh my goodness, excuse me. So right now, the same concepts apply. Even though it's manipulation, the same concepts apply, right? We see a lower high right here, and it's testing this lower range. You see that right here? It's testing that lower level. Now, if it was pushing upwards and we created a higher low and we were testing a higher price, where it just kept coming up here and creating higher lows, that would be different. But I don't want to touch this right now, okay, for all those reasons. Now, WG, you know, I gotta tell you something. Okay, this is BSC. A lot of it's manipulation. Because they spelled it wrong, that's why you should buy. They don't want you to buy. There's no locked liquidity. They spelled it wrong, and there's no locked liquidity. So they're trying to keep away the people that are scared and that are going to sell the chart early. This is one of those opportunities where it's a Chad game, right? The developers are pumping it. So Pi, I'm keeping a really close look on because it's deeply sold off and is now going into a plateau, creating a higher low right there. You see this? All right, creating a higher low. This is what we're looking for, right? We're looking for patterns. We're looking for patterns that have proven to work in the past. It is a strategy. If you don't have a strategy, you're not going to make it. Higher low right here, okay? Testing that higher this higher boundary, okay? And then created a higher high right there. So I am personally going to be investing into this token. Okay, I will be setting my stop loss at this lower level here, not at this lower level, but this lower level, because we have this higher high here. Okay, because we have this higher high, we have already guaranteed that that is a higher low. Okay, so I will be setting my stop loss here and probably my take profit anywhere up in this range up here, depending on the velocity of the movement. Okay. Let's see. So QAtar, deeply oversold. Okay, volume has been dropping. You notice this right here. The sell volume has been dropping. Okay, so I also will be personally investing into this token for a quick swing. I am prepared to dollar cost average if they send it lower. Okay, remember, they want you to sell because the smart money, the millionaires in this game, the rich people in this market are going to want to buy up the liquidity for themselves. Okay, they want to make you panic. They want you to sell, right? So don't let them manipulate you. It's sold off into this previous area of resistance here. You can see at this level around oh, excuse me, that was gross. A couple zeros and 25. Price came up into that range and immediately reversed twice, and then finally hit resistance here and then broke through, right? So this is a very key level in this chart. Okay, pay attention to those types of things whenever you're looking for entries or exit points whenever you're trading. Okay, so this is a good area to start investing into QAtar. Decent volume there as well. Okay, bets, by the way, take a look at what they have going on. I didn't personally touch it just because I don't like taxes. It's 0% buy tax and a 6% sell tax, but it is making the chart look really good. If you did get in at the launch, that is a straight 2x, right? And it is holding up pretty well. So take a look at what they got going on. Okay, the taxes. That one was fake. I need water. Woo! We love water, right? So it's life. Water literally is life. You can't survive without it. SQUA token deeply oversold. Okay, the developers of this project are loving this right now, right? You know why? Because this is what happens. Come on, load. First of all, yes, let's zoom out. Look at the entire chart. Look how deeply oversold this is. Absolutely insane. Great entries coming along soon, but we have to be careful, right? Because we were thinking the same. We were thinking that it was a great entry here. We were thinking this great entry here, and now we're gonna think the same thing here. And the smart money knows this, right? And that's why they dumped it. Everybody loads up, absorbs the liquidity here, but not the developers, and then they dump it. Okay, clearing out everybody that will sell early. Right now, at some point here, the developers of the token, the team members of the token, the smart money will probably start actually buying the token because it's a decent price. From $34 just to $66 is almost a 2x right there. Okay, that's what they're looking for. They do not want the public to win. So they dump it, they dump it, they dump it, because everybody started grabbing it, paying attention to it all the way up here, right? And they're like, oh my God, here's the dip, and they dump it, right? So pay attention to what's going on, pay attention to who's buying, the volume. I'll teach you a little trick here if you don't know already. If you go on to Dex Tools, you can look and see, they have so much information. Not only do you have exactly who made the transaction, okay, what account bought it, but how many times they have bought the chart, right? Is the chart botted? Who's selling right now? Are people selling for a loss, or are they taking profits? Those types of things really matter, okay? I'll explain more in further videos, but you have to pay attention to those types of things, because the more confluence you have, the better, okay? If you're losing, there's a reason you're losing, and you need to either change your strategy, or if you don't have a strategy, you shouldn't be buying anything at all, okay? Let's see, LCT here. I'm glad I haven't touched this, okay? I was waiting. I'm not sure if you've seen the previous video, but I was waiting for a breakout here and then some sort of comeback to that area, and it didn't happen, okay? That's following a strategy right there. Okay, so we did not lose money here because we didn't try to predict what happened, okay? It might be a good entry once it gets to this lower range. I'm going to be watching the price action and the volume to see, try and see if people are interested at this level. By the way, BitPaid, if we zoom all the way out here, if you look, like, this is a great example. If you look like here, you might think to yourself, oh, that's pretty high up. I don't know if I want to buy this thing. And then you zoom out, you realize how deep this is. It's at $2 with an all-time high of 36, okay? If volume does pick up, this chart could just keep going and keep going and keep going. They do have an actual utility, by the way, as well, so check out what they have going on. I'll add a link to their website in the description. Now, long-term, I'll talk about IMOV once again. I spoke about them in the previous video. We notice here that it's really, it's right next to launch price, okay, which is great entry if you ask me. And I'm really happy to see that other people, you can tell by this chart here, we actually have a hammer forming right there, meaning that price came all the way down to this level and then immediately was bought back with quite some power. So that's a bullish reversal candlestick right there, okay? So if that continues to go, this right here could become our double bottom. Okay, see how we're hitting serious resistance at that previous swing low. So I would recommend, just because of how easy of a play this is, all you got to do on a play like this is set your stop loss to that previous, just below that previous swing low. Okay, and then your take profit, if it really is a double bottom, it will break that previous swing high. You can set your take profit to like a 60%, a 50 to 60%, whatever you're comfortable with, which is a 5-to-1 ratio, right? So this isn't exactly a, I think it will go. This isn't a, I'm not saying that this will hit your target. I'm saying it's a high probable entry with a low risk, right? No, I have no idea what's actually going to happen. We can make high probability predictions, right? So definitely take a look at IMOV and pay attention to the sentiment, because IMOV, Alvey chain, tokens like that are heavily driven by the events, and that's why I put these in long term, right? Because the team is consistently working. Alvey chain, by the way, such a strong token. This is incredible. Okay, it hasn't sold off. It's, you know how high this is from, like, for a DeFi token, this is ridiculous, right? Because it is 15x from launch, and it's maintained that level for, I don't know, this has to be over a month now, right? Yeah, 80. No, you're tripping. It's been 3 months. Wow, time flies. So I watched this thing launch. That's incredible. Yeah, 81 days it's been maintaining that floor level, right? So a little bit risky in my opinion. I personally wouldn't touch this just because, like, I don't know. I don't trade fundamentals. There could be some sort of event popping off, and we've reversed from this price, this level once, twice, thrice. A fourth time is rare, in my opinion. You just don't see it often. But the same concept as we just spoke about, okay, for if you were going to take an entry here, your risk to profit ratio would be I mean, I'd personally set it like, I don't know, probably somewhere around here, right? A 3-to-1, right? So that's not too bad. So there's opportunities out there. They're just slower moving. Unfortunately, I like to day trade and, you know, sit there and buy a token and sell within the next 20 minutes. That's what I like, but there's just not enough volume. So we have to look for some of these slower moving plays where we can zoom out and trade the 4-hour chart, which has the technically the same amount of volume as a 5-minute chart would in a bullish market, right? So last thing we'll do, because this video is getting a little bit long, let's take a look at the daily volume today. You know the deal if you've been watching, of course. Transactions organized by last hour, and let's look for liquidity. BNB is a freaking rug. Stop buying that stuff, man. By the way, BNB is literally like one of the strongest tokens I've seen. Like, it's holding up so well during this downtrend. Anyway, SQUA token, we talked about that already. BSC bets, we talked about that already. Talked about this one already. Trust Wall is a big token. Okay. Crypto Rehab, what is this? Nope, not enough liquidity. That is a degen. Oh, excuse me, my goodness, I'm stuffed up right now. Oh, soon. I bet you this is another one of those dev pumped and they don't want you to buy because it makes no sense. Unlocked liquidity, weird taxes. It's, you know, I have no idea. I just don't know with this thing. If you don't know, it's not worth it, right? Wait for the one that makes sense and then keep hitting the ones that make sense. Not a lot of volume today. I literally, all of the tokens with more than 100 transactions an hour fit on one single page. Like, if I scroll, I already leave that area. But we're gonna take a look anyway. What is Bitcoin 19? You see, there's nothing, not a lot here. And this is another thing, right? If you don't find a lot, if you don't find something, then walk away, right? It's not worth it. Volume will kick up eventually. Take your time to learn. Okay, watch videos like these. I'm so happy if you're still watching, by the way. Thank you so much. I hope you find this information useful. If there's anything that I can do to make your life easier, please let me know in the comments. Black Alliance, what is this? This looks like a tax token. Let's see, token sniffer. Ooh, smells like a rug. Owner creator wallet owns 44%. Yeah, there's no way. Black Alliance, what the fudge is that shit? Did you hear that? I said fudge and I swear it anyway. Green Trust is still going. I don't know how, but it's still moving. Not a lot of liquidity here. Another one of those Ponzi pump tokens, so I'd probably stay away from it personally. QAtar 2022 is a big token. Okay, this thing's a beast. It's been around for a little bit. Always keeps tabs on it. Like this dip right here, right? This is why I have so many charts. Like, I have recycle bin 2, recycle bin 1. I never throw away any of the charts. I never forget about any of the charts, because stuff like this happens, right? Where you get an oversold level on this one random token that's been on a plateau forever, and then all of a sudden it dips down like that. You buy that dip, right? You buy that dip, that's a 76% gain. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? Easy moves. You can also have, there's also confluence on that dip because it sold off to a previous areas of resistance, where price did not want to go above this level for quite some time. Then it finally broke through, and then it sold back off into that level. Easy money if you're there at the right time. So I think that's about all I got for today. Oh, Palm, by the way. Palm, is this still, what's going on with Palm? This is one of those slow moving tokens. I actually forgot to put this in my watch list. Okay, Take a look at their fundamentals. I'm pretty sure they have some sort of fundamentals. The chart's still going. It's sold off again into a previous areas of resistance or support. So take a look at what they got going on. I personally wouldn't enter right now until I see a higher low, or I see this plateau start to curve upwards. Right, because it is on a kind of nice plateau, but I have seen tokens downtrend, come up, plateau, and then just dump once again. So until you see that curve, until you see volume start to kick up, I wouldn't drop any money into this. Check out my Twitter. I do make daily updates, daily entries and exits on all these tokens. I post all of them on my Twitter. If you didn't like the video, let me know. Dislike the video if you liked it. Feel free to share. Let me know. Talk to me, man. Work with me. All right. I hope you have an amazing day and an amazing weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. I don't post on Sunday because, come on, man, you don't work on Sundays, right? Have a good time. Stay safe out there. I'm out of here.